Secretary Linda McMahon on this, who joins us now, along with Riley Gaines, former NCAA swimmer and Outkick contributor. She also previously competed against Lia Thomas, that trans swimmer. Madam Secretary, tell the viewers of the Ingram Angle what the big news is.
This was an incredible day today, Laura, and thank you so much for having us on so we can talk about it. Thanks to President Trump and the Trump administration, what he campaigned on, what he actually signed an executive order on, which was that men will not be able to compete in women's sports, was acknowledged by the University of Pennsylvania. We have signed an agreement with them, and we hope that that agreement is going to be a template for other universities who acknowledge that there is no room for men in women's sports, not only during the competition, but also in the locker room and other intimate spaces where these women were required to be with males who changed in front of them. So this is a big deal. The university is apologizing. It is taking away the titles that were incorrectly given to men. It has stated that it will not have anything on its website other than the fact that they are complying, with Title IX. We are just very pleased with the outcome that we had today. It's an utter triumph for President Trump and for the administration, but mostly for the women and girls who will come behind the Riley Gaines and the Paula Scanlons and others. And they've really laid the groundwork for them to be successful. And the star of the hour really is Riley. And I know she's on for you to ask about that.
Now, Riley, you have been a champion on this issue. You received an enormous amount of flack and criticism, some of it really vicious over the years. But you knew you were right, and President Trump and Secretary McMahon helped along the way. Without them, this would not have happened, obviously. Your reaction tonight, historic news from UPenn.
Man, I watched that video back, Laura, that you showed in the intro to this segment, and I cannot even believe that happened. All the while, so many sat idly by and watched and actually reprimanded us as women if we even dared to speak about this. To say that I, of course, am grateful for Secretary McMahon, for President Trump, for even Attorney General Bondi. She's been fantastic at the Department of Justice on this issue is an understatement. I feel vindicated. I feel like pigs are flying. I feel like hell has frozen over. So it is a fantastic day, of course, for sanity, for common sense. But I think more broadly for women, for humanity, for the little girl that I'm growing inside of me right now that I will welcome to the world in just a few weeks. I think of her. I think of her future. That is what Donald Trump and, of course, Secretary McMahon and myself, that is what we are fighting for. So very, very excited about today's news.
That's right. I forgot, Riley, that you're about to have a baby. This is like great news, all around great news. And I love days like this. Secretary McMahon, I mean, this is a victory for common sense. I was a college athlete. I can't imagine having had to compete against biological men in field hockey, softball. As a young girl in high school, it would have been impossible. But there are a lot of young women who really suffered through this. They suffered having to put their championships on hold or their medals on hold, and we're not going to forget them either.
No, definitely not. It's just patently unfair. And when you started by saying, Laura, that it flies in the face of common sense, it absolutely does. I mean, how can these young women be denied their opportunity for scholarships, for medals? And just they have to be able to enter into these sports and to feel safe. I mean, Peyton McNabb got a volleyball smashed against her face, broke her nose.
Oh, God.
And she had brain injury from it. Then we have other athletes, Stephanie Turner, who took a knee instead of competing, in a fencing competition because she didn't want to face a man. And, this is just unfair. I think we've righted a wrong today. And as I said, I certainly hope that this agreement that we have come to with the University of Pennsylvania is going to be a template to show to other universities what needs to happen so that they can get in line and make things right for our women and girls who are going into these sports.
Now, both of you, I want to congratulate both of you. Thank you for everything you've done for women in sports. And also, more good news, the Riley Gaines Act has officially gone into effect in Georgia. So congratulations, Riley, for that.
Yes.
Both of you have a wonderful, this will be especially wonderful holiday weekend, Independence Day.